We've seen the left in the media, of course. There's plenty of programs on the ABC that have made this spate of fires over the last few days all about climate change. But the parliamentarians themselves, particularly in the Senate, which is sitting this week, have made a real meal of these fires. And let's have a look at a Greens senator again from last night, Senator Steele.
How dare you suggest that our country is beyond the ability of rising to a similar challenge? How dare any of you suggest that in this moment, at this time, it is appropriate to be prosecuting a piece of legislation with the aim of propping up coal? You are no better than a bunch of arsonists. Borderline arsonists.
Well, if you think he's borderline crazy and out on the edges of the fringe of the left movement on some of these arguments, you would be wrong. Because he has now opened up an opportunity for a whole range of left-wing organisations like GetUp to fill that void and to come in trying to secure donations for themselves, not for people affected by fire, not for our fire brigades, not for the Salvos, not for Vinnies, not for all the other organisations there at the fire front, but for their own political ends. Let's have a look at some email vision that's gone out from GetUp and you'll see exactly what I mean. As you can see there, a GetUp email with Morrison now actively working with a cashed up mining lobby. Now more than ever, we need you to stand united, says Paul Lustig, GetUp's director. Can you chip in $12 to a fighting fund to defeat Scott Morrison's authoritarian climate crackdown? All right, Jack, tell me more.
Well, it's extraordinary, isn't it? Because when you're making these really emotive arguments, they're a fantastic marketing tool. So if you've been cut off from all your foreign donations and you're looking for a bit of money, well, there's no more perfect opportunity than a bushfire, I guess. As unconscionable as it might seem, this email was sent out on Saturday, a few hours after a woman actually died from her injuries here in New South Wales. And this money is not going to the victims, although I do understand they're separately raising money for victims through other charities. This money is going to their personal coffers. So Paul Lustig is asking everybody to chip in $12 to them to pay their salaries off the back of the bushfire. I find that quite unconscionable. Obviously, they're going to welcome all the money in their pocket. This is the problem. If you are going to make arguments on morality and emotion, you're taking the logic out of the entire argument. So look, this Green senator, he can go up there, he can slam the desk, he can preach, how dare you. But if we stopped emitting today, tomorrow, is that going to stop bushfires next year?
Well, that's precisely the truth.
You know, so they're using it to propagate their policy, and people have died. I can't think of a more unconscionable way of raising funds, personally.
What do you think, Renee?
I just think it's petulant and childish. But I mean, just if you think about the Greens, over the past 20 years, the country has slowly become more environmentally aware. But despite this, the Greens never seem to poll more than 10 to 13% in any state at a federal election. Why is that? Despite, you know, people being more environmentally aware, it's because most people view them as living on the fringe and being lunatics. And when they come out and say things like this, it just proves their point. That they're lunatics who are trying to capitalise on misery. And I think most of the electorate have worked that out.